Welcome back, you guys, on this Saturday morning to video number 2, where we discuss the working royals and everything that they're up to. So let's jump in and get busy, shall we? Let's go. We're going to start off this morning with Catherine, the Princess of Wales. Let me fix that headline. She sent a message to those suffering from addiction. She put the emphasis on the importance of simple acts of kindness and understanding. She said it was important not to judge or criticize those affected, but to understand that they are suffering from a serious mental health disorder. Now, we know that Catherine said she was going to make a slow, measured return to royal duties since she was done with her chemo. And this message was issued as she is the patron of the Forward Trust to support Addiction Awareness Week, which began a couple days ago. So she put out this message for that reason. She said, everyone suffering from addiction is another human being with a story of their own, which many of us don't understand or see. She also said addiction was not a choice, but that no one was immune from its grip, which I happen to agree with. She pointed out that addiction is a serious mental health condition that could affect any one of us, which I do agree with that, and that there are multiple charities guiding individuals and families through the toughest of times, but they can't do it alone, and it's up to everybody to lend a helping hand. Remember, it takes a village. All right, let's move on. Let's move on now to Prince William and the Tusk Conservation Awards. They took place at the Savoy Hotel. He was greeted when he arrived by Tusk founder Charlie Mayhew. He shook hands with guests. He looked really good. He's still sporting that beard. Everybody's talking about it. Now, one of the people there was the Marquess and the Marchioness, I think is pronounced, of Bath. Don't they just look lovely? She's gorgeous. And it's so funny that, she was able to marry into royalty and didn't seem to have any issues. Anyway, pictures were shown of William talking with actor and activist Idris Elba, I believe is how you pronounce his name. I'm sure that they had a lot to talk about. Now, of course, William met up with a lot of people before the awards, but let's just get to the awards and then we'll discuss all the stuff that happened, afterwards. William presented the award for conservation in Africa to winner Namba Ganami. I hope I'm saying that right. He awarded the Tusk Award for Conservation in Africa to Edward Aruna. He presented the Tusk Wildlife Ranger Award to, Claver Nitokima. Now, these awards have been handed out since 2013, and they recognize dedicated, forward-thinking individuals who are conservation leaders and wildlife rangers in 20 countries in Africa. These awards also help previous winners to expand their work across the continent. As for the 3 people who won, along with their trophies, each received what William's official office called, and I'm quoting, a significant grant funding to continue their work. So, of course, he gave out the awards and then he gave a fabulous speech as he always does. Now, we couldn't help but notice that he was around with some really big names, like musician Ronnie Wood was there. My goodness. So, of course, William took this time to let everybody know that Prince Louis, likes to play the drums. And William says he walks around half the time with his fingers stuck in his ears. Because, you got to know that's loud. You got to know that's funny. He says, Louis just started to play the drums, so he said it made his life at Windsor very loud. Now, we know, of course, about Louis, boss baby. Even in the video, they're talking about, that they put out from Catherine after she had her cancer. He was the one that was up the tree. This kid is keeping them on their toes, and why not? We just love him for his cheeky antics. Now, one of the people there, film producer Sally Woods, told William she met King Charles last week at the BAFTA Bash at Buckingham Palace. And apparently there was also some discussion going on about the Earthshot Prize and why not. This kind of goes hand in hand. A big thank you to Remoulade Sauce, as usual, for showing us what the Marchioness was wearing. Let's move on, shall we? Next up, Princess Anne, the Princess Royal, hosted the 24th investiture for 2024 at Buckingham Palace, and that was the 35th investiture of the royal family in 2024. The King did it 3 times, Prince William did it 8 times, and all the others were done by Princess Anne. Next up, I believe this happened on the 26th. Prince Edward, the Duke of Edinburgh, was at a place called Lightbox Gallery and Museum. This took place in Woking. He was shown exhibitions that show the town's history. He met with children's, volunteers, and community groups while he was there. After the gallery, Edward went to the Woking Story, which is the town's local historical museum, where he took a tour there as well. He then heard from some of the local school children. Love it. Moving on. All right, moving on. Let's go to Sophie, Edward's fabulous wife. On the 28th, she visited the David Lewis Center to celebrate the charity's 120th anniversary. Sophie is the patron of David Lewis, and during her visit there, she officially opened a new college building. This charity provides educational, residential care, clinical support, and therapeutic interventions for individuals that have learning disabilities, epilepsy, autism, and other complex needs that require support. The new building that was opened is going to be a new college that provides education to young people with special educational needs, but you have to be 19 or older to go in. So while she was there, also she cut a cake because, they were celebrating their 120th anniversary. She met with a number of key partners to the charity to hear how they're supporting the work of the charity and to thank them for what they do. The statement that was made for the place while she was there, this is perfect. They empower young people aged 19 to 25 to learn skills they need to take their next steps into adult life. They help build their confidence, nurture their talents and interests, plan for their future, and facilitate employment opportunities. I love that. They have individualized study programs that focus on development of efficient, effective communication and skills so that, people can be independent. Fabulous. A big thank you to Remoulade Sauce for showing us everything that Sophie was wearing. All right, you guys know what to do. Hit the like and the subscribe button and the bell for all notification and that thumbs up. And then go down into the description box where you'll find the link to my Twitter, my Gettr, my Rumble, my email, my Patreon, which is currently paused, my Amazon wish list, and my physical address. For those of you who've donated to my coffee fund, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.